It's SIBC's first birthday.
I don't believe.
Woohoo! It is. It's been a whole year of SIBC.
It doesn't
a couple of days ago. So we've,
Okay, Ivory Feathers. A little while ago, a man contacted us and said, "I've got this project running," and he's like so many other people. He was trapped in his room, unable to go about his normal creative business, and he got his mind working. He thought, "I'd come up with an idea: Ivory Feathers." So, Ivory Feathers. What could that possibly be?
Well,
maybe the feathers from the ivory-billed woodpecker. No,
it's very that's very specific.
He's talking about the ivories, which is obviously, hopefully, they're no longer made of ivory, but the piano keys. So Joe George is a pianist, and he started a project whereby he, what should we say, he was inspired by birdsong, and he interpreted that birdsong in musical form, spontaneously, I add, spontaneously. And then gave a performance. So he's a bit like one of those sort of stand-up comedians that stand up and say, "Give me a topic, I'll tell you a joke about it." Joe George is so talented when it comes to his compositional skills that you give him a bird song and he produces one.
Well, he composes a masterpiece.
Yeah, instantaneously. Anyway, Joe George and his Ivory Feathers is coming up. You can find out details of that, of course, on YouTube. He's got a YouTube channel where you can see more of his creative mastery taking place. So he'll be coming up in a bit.
Yeah. I think we should go over to Ivory Feathers.
I think we should definitely do that. So we've given Joe George a little introduction. He's a remarkable man who instantaneously responds to, well, not just birds, actually, because we set him a little challenge. We did a couple of bird songs, and then spontaneously we threw another one of our favourite species in to see how he would interpret this. Now, we pre-recorded this, I've got to tell you, because we wanted to make sure that we could get good sound from Joe's piano. And we weren't competent at doing that, because we actually shot this before Elon Musk had come round and rectified the internet situation. Nuthatch going there, lovely. Okay, look, here's how we got on with the remarkable Joe George. Hello, Joe.
Hi.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Megs.
Thanks for joining us and rising to this challenge. It's
what a challenge it is.
It is a challenge, I have to say. Birdsong is so fantastic that interpreting it is well, it's not something I'd like to do. But then I have no musical aptitude, and Joe has lots.
Yeah, exactly. I can barely, put out a tune on a
listen,
recorder.
I remember. No, hold on. I remember you bringing a recorder home from school and being in your bedroom and making such a ghastly squealing sound with it that I threw it out the window.
You?
I did. I threw it out the window in the garden. Mum was quite cross because she said I should I should allow your musical development.
You should allow my creative thinking to flow.
If Joe was there, he'd have thrown it out the window too. Look, so Joe, we've been thinking, and we've both chosen a species of bird, a familiar UK garden birds in the main, and you're going to interpret them for us. So I'm going to go for song thrush.
Good choice.
It's got these sharp, clear, fluty notes. It repeats phrases, normally in sort of 3 times. It's one of the ways that we identify the song thrush song. It repeats certain phrases 3 times in rapid succession. It uses a lot of pauses in its song, which I think generate anticipation. So it's not a torrent of notes. It's got those little spaces which keep you listening and waiting for the next bit of the song to come out. But I don't know, for me it's the sharpness, the clarity, the purity of the song, which I really like. So what do you think, Joe? Song thrush.
Easy peasy, I'm sure. That's how I ended up on the piano. I had recorder as well, and Mum did manage to throw that out the window, but the piano was a little bit harder for her to shift. So that's why I'm still on this one. So yeah.
Maybe I should get a piano then, Joe.
Oh,
sounds good. Okay, so here we go. This is called Song Thrush.
Wow.
That's amazing.
I don't know what else to say. It's just incredible. Joe,
Thank you very
just
much.
amazing.
What an amazing skill to have. I mean, all those notes, those pauses, everything in there. I mean, if you had to guess a bird to go with that piece of music, you would guess songbird.
I think I would. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
how did you get started on this project, Joe?
Well, the lockdown affected everybody, and all the things that I spent time doing all of a sudden were taken away, all my music theatre and all of the sort of social things, and I found myself with just a huge amount of time on my hands. And I found SIBC online, and I had just so much time to get out and enjoy the birds. And as I started looking at all the sort of posts online, I saw the fabulous photographs, and I saw all the artwork, and I was jealous because I can't do any of those things, and I was in awe, and I loved them. And then it just sort of struck me that it was such a very silent world, photographs and artwork and everything that I saw online, and that sort of, there was an element missing, and that was the sound. So I knew that I could do this kind of thing. I'd only ever done 2 public improvisations before this project. So I was just feeling brave, and I sent a message out to a few friends, and I said, this is what I'm going to do. Who wants to chip in? And I had a lovely bunch of friends come online, and the project was born, Ivory Feathers.
Amazing.
Ivory Feathers.
But it's true, isn't it? You know, when you go outside in the natural world, it is alive and it is so loud with birdsong and everything else. And of course, we can depict that in art and everything else. And whilst that's stunning, it's lovely. It's such an amazing idea to kind of compose music around that. I love it.
Just brilliant. Well, Songfush was superb, absolutely remarkable. Go on, what are you going to choose?
Well, I thought I'd go for the wren. The wren is, you know, if you see a wren, it's a small brown bird that, you know, most people would kind of walk past and not think, you know, twice about. But it's something that's relatively common and we all have in our gardens. But when it starts to sing, it's something magical. It's got one of the most complex songs of any kind of songbird. They can fit more notes in a short period of time than most other songbirds. They're able to really kind of sing incredibly loudly for their size. They're very loud, boisterous, cheeky birds. And their song is a real big part of their survival strategy. They fit as much in as possible. It's quite high pitched, I'd say.
Yeah.
Quite high pitched.
Explosive.
Yes, explosive would be a good word for the wren. But it's a stunning bird with the most exquisite, complex, fast-paced song at times to kind of go with their flamboyant personalities.
Fabulous. Well, this one's going to annoy the neighbours then if it's loud and explosive. Okay, well, here we go. Here's a piece called The Wren.
perfectly.
good.
It really does capture them.
So good. But it's not just the notes. It's the way that the rest of the tune is representing the character of the bird.
Yeah,
because there was real
exactly.
cheekiness in there.
Cheekiness, a bit of
Joe.
kind of flamboyancy.
I find the cheekiness quite easy, but I'm drawing on my own personality, I suppose, as well as the wren there. But you have to have an image of the bird in your head as you do it, and you know I've seen enough of those two birds in my brief birding career to know what they look like in front of me, and I have to try and allow the music to sort of conjure an image, and I guess that's what the aim of it is to create a musical image, just like all the wonderful paintings and photographs that are on SIBC do. So that's the plan.
Yeah, well, it works incredibly well.
Stuff. Okay, to wrap it up, we've got a bit of a challenge for you, Joe.
Yeah, we know you do birds. You're very good at your avians, but can you do canines? What about poodles?
What about poodles?
Yeah,
so characteristics of the poodle are explosive exuberance, relentless energy,
bouncy. They're very bouncy. Playful, yeah, high energy, very intelligent.
Yeah, highly intelligent. Manipulative.
Yeah, calculated. They're always thinking. They're always plotting something.
Twisting you around their little paw, getting you to do something for them. Yeah. So, poodle.
I might even go one better and make it sound like two poodles.
Two poodles, exactly that. That was so good.
Yeah,
very
so good.
poodly.
Never stopped.
Never stopped. High energy all the time. I think Nancy really enjoyed it. I love the jazzy feel. It's a bit jazzy.
Was it jazzy or was it ragtime?
It was more jazzy. The ragtime would have had a sort of an up and down in the. So it's all in the left hand that makes it jazz or makes it ragtime. But yeah, that was just a little bit chaotic. It wasn't really in any particular genre, but it was in the style of poodle.
I love that.
Yeah,
bit of organised chaos.
Organised chaos. Well, when it comes to poodles, it's just the organised that's missing, really.
Yeah, it's true.
It's normally
There's no organised. It's just chaos.
Just chaos, really, to be quite honest with you. Joe, that's absolutely fantastic. Really, really brilliant. You have a unique set of skills there. Thank you so much for interpreting our bird choices and giving poodle a go too. And I mean, extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary ability. And good luck with the rest of your Ivory Feathers project. People can check that out and we'll tell them how to do it.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Sid loved his little cameo. So I love that though. How amazing is that and incredible that he can produce song, compose it just off the top of his head.
I know.
And yeah, Joe, thank you.
And also when he was composing, it wasn't just like a little bit of a, you know.
Yeah.
One of
it
those,
wasn't like
it wasn't one of those.
No, it was like a proper
full business. What an extraordinarily accomplished bloke, honestly.
Every time I see Sid and Nance run now, I'm gonna have that in my mind.
Yes, that little fantastic. If you want to see more of Joe George and his Ivory Feathers project, then you can check out YouTube. Now,